I think we're there. Hello, everybody. Let me just open up the chat here and just see how everyone. Oh, yeah, look at this full house for you.
Good morning.
Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Um, yeah, so we are here with Jen, and we're just kind of discussing what we're going to do. And I like her idea of just going with the wind and see how it turns out. If we, if you wanted to ask questions or if you wanted to talk about current events, it's all up there. If you want a reading, what I would suggest that you do is just let me know now because I can go through it before everyone starts jumping in here and I can start starring these off for you guys. And I'm going to do that now. So if you want a reading, put in there, pick me up, give me a pick me up is she will always give it to you the way she sees it.
The good, the
And
bad, the ugly, and anything indifferent. So
good, the
you'll get
bad,
it.
and the ugly. I love it.
Yep,
I
yep.
love it. All right, so let's see what we have here. I'm just going to kind of scroll through here. If you want to start, please do, because I'm just going to look at who's in the chat.
Yeah. So before we started, I pulled oracle cards, and I pulled for everyone that would be here today. And I asked Divine Spirit, I said, "What would you like us to know?" and or to concentrate on so we can stay in a positive vibration. And the first one was we are taking baby steps, step by step approach to everything. Many of us are kind of on the edge of our seat right now. The energies, financially, everything, we're just kind of waiting. It says this is baby steps. We're just in a hurry and we kind of need to slow down, which led to the next one. Big finances are coming, which always makes us feel better, especially any of us that have been in this global currency reset, all the crazy energies around us. And are we enjoying the theater show? I don't know about you guys, but I'm so sick of this movie. Actors, who's acting, who's not. Um, I stopped trying to figure it out a long time ago because I don't know that we'll ever know all of it. I just don't. And does it matter? I think we just need to stick with truth within us and find God within us and not focus on all of the logistics of how they've pulled this off. So we just need to stay positive. And the final oracle card I pulled for you guys is the moon. Trust your own intuition. What is your gut telling you? Because we all have this ability. We just need to fine tune it or listen to it because a lot of times we just don't. We try to make everything logical, and that is not how it works. We need to trust ourselves. We're all highly intuitive. And that moon card also represents the divine feminine. The divine feminine energy is really, really strong right now. On that note, how are you guys enjoying the Lions portal?
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
would
we
love,
finalize that tomorrow, I believe.
yeah, would love the interaction from you guys out there. You can put it in there, and I will highlight it and put you up on the screen. We have about three people that are saying, pick me up,
Sure.
Jen." So that's great. Yeah, there's been a lot of strong energies, right? And a lot of weather stuff.
Yeah.
I think what I want to do is ask about this whole weather thing. You've got fires in every country. You've got storms that are just crazy.
Hmm.
We took a little trip up north. We went to northern Alabama. We've never done that trip. We've always just stayed down here in the Gulf Shores. And I tell you, the storms that were one whole evening of it, it was crazy. But uh, I'm earthquakes
Hmm.
are off the chart. I follow X, and I can't think of his name. This guy that does all of them, but oh my goodness! And I turned to my husband. I said, "Mother Nature is shaking up the planet."
It's Mother Nature, but it's also, when it comes to the earthquakes, if you'll pay attention to anytime there's a governmental change and it's for the better, and we're taking out the deep state operative, so to speak, there seems to be an earthquake that follows right after the reform of government. And I'm like, well, that's a hint. The bad guys are mad because It's more like a shake of a fist. You see what we can do. So it tells you that the negative still have some weapons up their sleeve, and same as the fires. Now, I did a deep dive on this the other day on a personal level because I wanted to know, where is it? Is it deliberate? And many of them, the bad guys start them, but the good guys are having to step in and start backfires. Does that make sense? To slow it down or make it less than what it could have been. So, and there's plenty of videos out there, whether they throw a fake arsonist in your face and say, oh, it was started by this. No, you can see the direct energy weapons and everything else. So,
The Mountain Dews.
oh, yes, the Mountain Dews.
All right. So let's see here. I've got somebody out there. I'm actually going to make a request. If Shelly wants, not Shelly, Shabby. Shabby wants to do this. She could always call my phone and ask the question. And I know she has my phone number. And we'll just see. You can say yes or no. You don't have to do this. But if there's a specific question that you have for Jen,
Mhm.
put it in there. It could be about love, it could be about finance, it could be about business, whatever it might be. It could be about another family member. So yeah, what else do you have before we jump into all the questions?
Um, I think the first time that I came on, we talked about data centers. And there's a huge concern around that. What are they? Are they really data centers? And I deep dived that also. So the one thing that shocked me right after the off the bat was that it was multi-purpose. It wasn't just set on one particular thing. That it depends on where the location is, how big it is, will determine what it does. And we talked about prisons, that it possibly could be a prison system. And it said yes, prisons are one of them. They'll be disguised as data centers just because they blend in and they don't want to freak out the public if there's a big prison nearby them. So that is still a possibility. Quantum financial system, it will help control that and make it go faster. It's also battery storage for free energy as backups, kind of like acting like a generator, I guess. Uh, Now, this I found interesting because we hear many communities talk about how much water it uses, and they actually have the capability of not using water. Um, but it mentioned water, and it said water storage to purify it from toxins, that they would use them to actually purify all the garbage they put in our water systems now. I found that fascinating. Store Washington, D.C. Legal Library. All of the history that we think we know, of course, is not true. The true history would be stored here. And the largest portions would be uh, the Library of Alexandria, Tartaria, anything that was hidden under the Vatican. It would store this information and we would have access to it. They're digitalizing it now, which I find is fascinating. Of course, we'll have to use that with a grain of salt. Trust your intuition of what you read, because I don't know if we'll ever be able to trust or believe anybody ever again.
I'm
Um,
not. I'm
yeah.
not.
Invention patents will be stored here. And then the final thing, it will be a location to open portals. It would be an energy source to open portals. I found that fascinating for us to travel.
Very
So I
fascinating.
think it's just multi-purpose, and a lot of people freak out. And I totally understand. I'm in farm country, and they want to put one here, and we're like, we don't need that. But then the more you deep dive and look into it, it's a wake up call to people that they want to take over all this space, and it activates them critical thinking. Fight for yourself.
Yeah.
It does help, but I don't think we are panicking for the right reasons. We just don't want the bad guys in control.
Yeah. That's the truth there. We're being so cautious, but a lot of times we don't even know who the bad guys are playing the good guys, the bad
Exactly.
actors.
Mhm.
And this is my thought on it, and you can take it with a grain of salt. Is that I think a lot of it is a lot more hype than it being bad. I don't believe so, and it could be because I was in the computer industry for a number of years, and we always had our data centers off site. They weren't
Mhm.
to the level of the extreme that they were talking about how they're building them up now. I am actually listening to Jesse Waters, he's about the only one that I pay attention to. I stopped watching YouTube because it's just too short of information that's out there. Why is YouTube pushing these short clips? It's like watching the news back in the 80s. I would always say they're only giving you a snippet of the information. It's not enough for you to be able to base anything on. So it's almost I know I was talking about the data centers, but I just don't right now I'm going to sit on the fence about it.
Mhm.
But I also don't understand the guys that are in charge of mainstream media, YouTube, all the big social media are also in charge of these short clips.
Yeah.
It's not giving you a lot of money unless you actually sit down, or a lot of information unless you sit down and watch a documentary. You can't go to Netflix on the documentaries because those are all
Mhm.
one-sided. Everything seems to lean now. Truth Social was put up for the Trump, and that has gotten out of hand. X has gotten out of hand. So I just stopped altogether. It's
Exactly.
almost as if my soul is saying, don't even bother with any of this. Like you said, get back to trusting ourselves. And that's
Right.
where I'm coming full circle. You started out with that, and I will end it before we get into the questions because a lot of people are waiting
Okay.
very patiently out there. And I honestly do believe that if we don't take control of our own ways of processing the information now, we'll always be under, um, a socialist mindset.
Yeah. Well, critical thinking is very important, and we need to avoid a lot of these things or use our own discernment because these are set deliberately to trigger us. Bad guys want us fighting. They want us because if we're fighting amongst ourselves and we're not paying attention to what they're doing, so we need to stay focused on what's important.
Yeah, it's funny is that I started watching all the older programs. Last Man Standing with Tim Allen. I don't know if you ever
Mhm.
seen that show.
Mhm.
I started watching it. He was on ABC and got kicked off. His show got kicked off, and
Yeah.
they moved him over to Fox because he was conservative. He was making fun of the Democrats. If you go back and you listen to it now,
Mhm.
you will think that he was wide awake, and he everything that he says in there, he talks about all the past presidents on the Democratic side,
Yeah.
and it just seems to be people need to go back and revisit that if you're wanting to be entertained in of a like mind. Let's put
Yeah.
it that way.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see here. I'm going to see if let's see what we have here. Okay, so she didn't, and Shabby didn't. Oh, called it and it went to voicemail. I didn't have it on. Okay, Chevy, I'm going to go to you first. Put your question in there. Just put your question in there, if you would, and then I'm going to work my way backwards. So if you were the first one to say pick me up, you probably be picked up shortly. All right, let's see what we have here. Chevy, do you just want? See, that's why I wish I had a telephone. I have too many questions with people. All right, so Chevy, do you want her to read you right now? We could do it that way. Please stay near the keyboard, Chevy, if you can. And let's see here. Um, all right, let me go back up. I'm not. There's a delay, so
Yeah.
um, that's why I don't like this YouTube. Um, all right, let's see what else we have. Is anybody out on Rumble? Please, Dragon Wings. All right, I'm not seeing anything from Shabby. We'll wait on her. So let me go back up to the top. Sorry about this, you guys. I'm trying to be
I,
interactive with
I
you.
see where Shabby mentions whatever happened, they could get so much info on a tiny little chip. That's true. That's why it makes you wonder. Surely these are not just giant computers. There's more to this that we're just not seeing.
Right. Yeah, there definitely is. And when I try to read between the lines, or even listen to somebody else who's decoding it, it still doesn't make sense. It's just we're all still speculating. Whenever something new comes into play,
Mm,
in our timeline, let's just say, and this the latest one being the data centers, we never get enough information to basically make a decision on something. If you want to be persuaded, go and listen to all those short clips all day long. Because let me tell you, people that are putting those things out there, I think, are speculating worse than it's ever been done before.
yeah.
All right, so I'm not seeing anything, so I'm going to go back up to the top. Shabby, I'm not sure if she's good with the keyboard or not. Let's see here. Colleen, let me see if there's anyone else besides Colleen. We're going to go to Colleen right off the bat. She says, I would like a reading. Don't see a question. She says, of course, I want a reading. So Colleen is the first one. She's not asking anything. Would you prefer them to ask something, or does it matter?
It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It could be advice. It could pick up on something she's going through. It doesn't matter.
It don't matter to me.
Now, if there's something very specific, you need a specific answer. The more specific you are, the more specific the answer. But I don't have to have it.
Paul, you want me to get her? 1 second. I got a new puppy and she's on
Okay.
the loose.
All right, Miss Colleen. Hmm. Who's moving? We have a movement card to be happier. Okay. This is financial independence. Are you thinking about moving? This is an investment. Been focused on money matters. So a lot of pentacles in your reading here. So that would lead me to basically answering your question with a question. Are you thinking about moving for more financial stability? Trying to figure out where you would like to invest in a home. That's been on your mind. Hold on. Make sure that it's a good investment. Oh, look at pretty puppy. How sweet.
This is Daisy.
Hi, Daisy. Oh,
It's 2 months.
2 months. Oh my goodness, a little one. Yeah, Colleen, just hold on there just a little. Make sure it's a good investment. Check all the boxes, have it inspected. Whatever you're thinking about doing, make sure that it's a long-term investment. But you're going to be very, very happy there. Oh, she's got tornado sirens blaring right now. Well, that might be a good reason to move. My goodness.
Okay. So Shabby did ask a question here, and thank God Charlene is out there. She is my co-host all the time. She says, Janine, Shabby did ask, will he be physically okay to make the move?
Okay. Everybody's moving.
Those cycles that go in cycles, don't they?
Yeah.
I gotta let the other two in. Come back, camera.
Yeah, you will be. But this comes with balance of making sure that you don't push yourself too hard. You have to know your limits. So you start out with the strength card. If you stay focused on what's important, don't overdo it, meaning you do what you can and then you've got to stop. There's a hesitation here as far as Wings is just showing me, just make sure that you know your limits. Don't overdo it. Okay. You can make this move, but it kind of comes up in steps. If you push it too hard, it can make you sick. Okay. So try to get some help. This is about, people offering their assistance. You can do this, but know your limits. We think we can change the world on a whole lot of adrenaline and get it all done. But if you're like me, you're not a spring chicken anymore. But you'll be
And
okay.
I can attest to that. So I'm 64. I'll be 65 in March, and I'm thinking I'm still young. I'm not ready to give up having the puppies. Holy shit! After,
Mm-hmm.
but thank God I got an old soul
Yeah.
because she's goes with the program, and she's so good right now.
Yeah. Shabby, you've also pulled the star card, and this is about healing and optimism. Stay positive. Just know your limits. But I see complete healing in your future as well.
Can
This
you
is
can
good.
you do like when the move will happen and stuff like that?
Tarot hates timing questions,
I know,
but
I
you
know.
know we try our best to get a roundabout timing.
Oh, I just sleep. Oops. Give my husband a break from watching her.
Hmm.
He's
Um,
like, "This is your dog."
this is the divine creator being leading you where to go, kind of like waiting for a sign. Where do I go and when do I go? You're going to struggle with this. This is an internal struggle of, but I really want to go now, but you're being held back. Um, this is more of a within the next 6 months kind of thing. You're going to struggle for a little while trying to rush this. Don't rush it because you're being divinely led to find a perfect place, the perfect conditions. It's got to check all the boxes, so to speak. So you are going to find it. There's your complete happiness. A lot of times we try to, I want it now, and we sacrifice things that we should have held on to, like just wait a little while longer and the right place comes along. So within the next 6 months, tarot is beyond space and time, and it's very hard to read timing questions.
Because there's so many different jumps, especially now.
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even know. I don't even think we've got as many hours as we used to say we have in a day.
They actually, the Chinese elders came out and said it's actually 16 hours versus 24 that we used to have. It's kind of based on a 16-hour day now. That's what it feels like. But we're jumping from timeline to timeline so much, it's kind of hard to figure out which one are we in today. And that's where you have to use your own intuition to know, is it the positive one or the negative one? And really, it's ultimately up to us. We manifest which timeline we're going to be in. And I'll be daggone if I'm going to stay in a negative one.
You bet. All right, let's thank you so much for that one, Shabby. Let us know, 6 months or so. Let's see what we have. Who else do we have out here? Guess there's a lot of storms in Chicago. Be safe out there. I heard about that. All right, let's see here. It's like three states. I think it's Ohio, Illinois, and I'm not sure what the other one is. I
Mm.
forgot. All right, let's see what else we have here. I'm scrolling. Here's the next one. Oh, that is Shelley. It says, I have a question about my dream last night about excavating a site in Muskopeak,
Mesopotamia.
and she knows nothing about it.
Not in this lifetime, but that's a lifetime. So you're dreaming about a past life, understanding that you had a life there and you're trying to uncover it. So this is just it's symbolic or metaphoric to activating a life that you had there. What I could do is find out what you did there, why it's so important. It's like uncovering the truth or uncovering the history. And the cool thing about activating our good, well, they call it junk DNA. It's nothing's junk about it. It's just dormant. Is that we'll be able to remember a lot of these things, what our purpose was. Yeah, this is past life. This is memories. You are having a memory. So you can call it a dream because it's in your subconscious while you're asleep at night. But it's actually a memory that's being activated. You were there. So you did trade. So you were a leader doing trade. So on a boat, a whole lot. So basically, you were a head salesman for the leader, the emperor, whoever it was there. Sometimes you did wealth and sometimes you didn't. So, but you did a lot of this to help humanity. This is about being left out, people that didn't have the money, and this is giving to the poor. So, good for you. It's just activating. And that's a lifetime that is coming up because you may be doing that again in the future.
All right, let's see here. I'm going to move over to the next one. It's a Charlotte Mesa 7129. It's a different, oops. And it says, I would like a reading. I love seeing you both again. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Miss Charlotte. All right. Miss Charlotte, make sure, are you grounding a lot more? Spending time with Gaia to deal with, there's some sadness here, or loss, or just negative energy. And the best way to do that is ground. I do believe that you are doing that because you know all about it. Continue on your mission. And if you've kind of hit a lull of what that is, seek the information. That's a Yeshua, Archangel Michael. You are divinely protected. You may be called in a different direction. So if you're not quite sure, and it's a movement card, you may be trying to figure out, well, I thought I had it all figured out. Now I'm being pulled in this other direction. There's a reason for that. So just make sure you ground, get rid of all the negative energy, because it can be confusing. It can be depressing. I thought I had it figured out. Now I don't. That's okay. We just kind of change with the wind at this point. But stay positive. Okay?
Okay, thank you so much for that one. You guys let us know at the end of the chats. I'll go through and see what your reactions are for this. Let's see here. We have Smart and Sassy. Is Alan in the process of dying? Yeah, what I'm gonna say here is I'm gonna leave it up to you whether or not you want to even go there with this, because it's a very sensitive.
It's a subject that has to do with free will and choices that are given to people.
There you go.
We kind of need to know just for our own comfort. But normally, when you're between life and death, a lot of things happen. Choices are given, and decisions are made. There's a temptation here to go one way or the other. The devil card doesn't necessarily mean evil. It's just about temptation. So it's like the offers being dangled in front of Alan's face. And it's like, do you want this or do you not? So there's still the decision making going on. but wanting to manifest a better life or feel better and happily ever after is what Alan is after. So this is a personal choice. This is free will. It doesn't matter if it's a human, it doesn't matter if it's an animal. Everyone has free will and has a schedule. So right now it doesn't say one way or another. It's just like what is best for Alan. Alan will decide.
Yeah, so what basically happens in that interim time that, and I can kind of go into that a little bit, and I don't know why I know this, but was always given the gift about this stuff. So we will go into a certain place. It's not a void. People want to consider it as a void. It's almost like a conscious coma,
Hmm.
and that's where I think that Jen is talking about, where the free will and almost like a pre review of
Yeah.
events. All right, thank you so much, smart and sassy. I hope that helped you out in sending a lot of love and a peace of mind to you. And then it's always the ones that leave behind that are more affected
Yeah.
than the ones that are actually leaving. So
I've
blessings to
had
you.
3 near-death experiences, and they were all very, very different. But I was always given the opportunity and choice. Except the last one, I was told you're going back there, and you've got too much work to do. But the other 2 times, I was shown you can stay here with me. This is Yeshua speaking to me. You can stay here with me, but I need you to see what will happen if you leave everyone behind. So it was like he showed me a timeline of what would happen to my family and how everyone would move on if I wasn't there. And it was not good. So, and that's not being arrogant. It was just, I was kind of the rock and glue that held everybody together, and everything would have fallen apart. So I had a larger purpose. Please stick around because your family's not going to do very well. And it was ultimately up to me. And I said, I can't let that happen.
Yeah.
So, but it's always free will. You're a free spirit.
All right, I'm going to make this little announcement. Jen doesn't know I'm doing this, but I have Buy Me a Coffee. And if you put her name in there, for all the readings and all the love and all the prayers that she sends to you guys, if you put her name in Buy Me a Coffee, which is Ripples of Waves, 654, Ripples of Waves, it's out there, and you want to donate a little something something to Jen, but you got to have her name in there. I will forward that over to her at another time. I want to collect them because I think you got to have a certain amount of money before you can release it. So please buy her a cup of coffee or a slice of pizza or a book or whatever it is that you feel it's in your heart. All right, so the next one that we're going to move on to is having a hip replacement tomorrow. And this is Bonita, and says, "Will it go okay so I can move from here very soon?" So it's a dual question, and I always leave it up to the reader. You could
Yeah.
do both, or you could just take one at a time.
Miss Bonita spent too many years driving across the interstate. She's truck driving, so let's see.
And I think that might even be the same for Shabby. I hope I'm not misspeaking about that, but I think Shabby has done the same type of work.
I think that I'm focusing on med beds. I'm just trying to wrap my head around, like, I wonder what it was like to not be in pain.
Yeah. My big question is, and we can get to this another show, is when do they take it away?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
I'm going to stop asking the questions of when it's coming. I want to know more about it because the technology has always been there. Okay, go ahead.
Exactly. Bonita, you're your own worst enemy when it comes to your healing. Okay. Your hip replacement's going to be fine. The problem is Miss Bonita's got it through her head that I can get up and go right back to doing what I was doing. No, no. You're going to be in limbo for a while. The decision is yours. Okay. Don't fear what's going to happen. We're going to manifest this is going to change your life. Okay. You're going to argue with yourself a whole lot over this. All right. Just because your hips feeling all oiled up and spunky again doesn't mean that you get up and start doing jumping jacks. Okay. it will be fine, but you can hinder it by pushing it too far. We're all 12 years old in our mind, but our body says otherwise. You're going to be fine, darling. Pace yourself, okay? Because if you lie to yourself and say, I can do it, you're going to take yourself out, all right? Don't do that. You're going to be fine. Give yourself a little grace and mercy when it comes to healing from anything, all right? You're going to be fine.
Yeah, it's just like anything else, a little bit of trauma to the body because it was, everything has been interrupted, but do the prayers for your body ahead of time. And everybody out here is actually sending her prayers. Charlene is saying blessings, sending healing prayers your way, and it's that simple.
Yep.
And we have to be able to receive those too.
Yep.
It's feel the energy behind them. So
And I put blessings and prayers around hospital staff, around the building, around the people, around the instruments, anything. Everything is energy. We need to bless everything. And if you're open to receiving it, you have nothing to worry about, darling.
Yeah, nothing to worry about. So we are here with Jen Ryder, and she's doing some awesome readings for everybody. If you're wanting to, one second, Jen, I want to put this up because then, oh, here we go. Here we go. This is the Buy Me a Coffee right here for Jen. I appreciate you guys sending the love back to her if you get a chance. A QR code, just put your phone up to it and do your little thing and just send a beautiful prayer back to her because that's what she's doing for each and every one of you guys. And let's see what else we have here in the chat. Let me go back to my chat. Let's see here. You have to if you're gonna send a little a gift of love token back to Jen, make sure you put her name, Jen Ryder, in it. Please do that. Okay. If you want the technologies, just go to your computer and type in buymeacoffee.com/ripples of waves, and you're in. You're in like Flint. All right, the next one I have, it looks like I thought it was dragon. Oh, I'm not sure if this. Let me just put this up here. It says, "Will my Social Security appointment today be a beneficial one?" Social Security. Ooh. You talk about putting prayers around people. It's like going to the DMV. It depends. If you're in a small town like I am, it's a breeze.
Yeah, anything that has to do with government, everything needs prayer.
A wing and a prayer.
Exactly.
Okay, we've got somebody else out here by the
Wow.
name of.
Yes, it will. Absolutely. These are all positive giving cards. And whatever they've been talking about, this is a changing of mind. So you've controlled this. That means you've been putting the effort in changing the energy behind this, thinking positively, manifesting positively. That's beautiful. They've been kind of flip floppy on decisions and what was going to happen. And it looks like it's going to go well for you. Yeah.
Excellent. Excellent. But everything takes there's just this, it's the time. It's always being strung out.
And Wings was saying, look at the base card. The world card represents completion. This cycle in your life is over. So they've come to a final decision. And it's almost as if your energy determined this because you don't want to do this anymore. This is ridiculous. So
Yeah.
let's bring it to an end.
Can I ask a question in the same lines of this, but not specifically for her? Have they revamped? And you know how they went through the USAID, and can you get anything on the whole Social Security thing? I know that they found people that were dead, that were collecting it, but they're not dead. They're actually somebody's spending it. Is it at the point that things will become a lot easier for managing the system?
Yes, this has been a military operation. Absolutely. So when they go in and look for all of the fraud, at the exact same time, new leadership has come in to expose it, but also set a new system in place. So it's going to be revamped and changed. Of course, it's going to come with conditions. Like here in the US, you have to be a citizen and you check all these boxes. But yeah, it's totally revamped, but it's still hidden. The high priestess is about secrets, so it's still not going to be publicly known. Maybe a case by case for a little while until there's a public announcement.
Excellent. This is good stuff, you guys. Yes. So let's see here. Just run right over to Buy Me a Coffee and make sure you put Jen Ryder's name on it. Or I will be drinking a lot of coffee.
I drink a lot of coffee.
Do you? There
Yeah.
you go. She
Oh,
needs
yes.
more, you guys. All right, let's see here. We got someone by the name of Vanessa. I can't, it's too small.
Rice, Vanessa Rice.
Oh, got it. Okay. 5381. 5381, which is a 17. She said, could I please have a reading, please?
Sure.
May I please have some more porridge?
It's like an Oliver Twist moment.
And it comes out of nowhere. It's crazy, crazy.
Vanessa, have you been down and depressed for lack of finances? This is worrying about where the next dollar is going to come from. Do not let this energy take you away. Look here. This is the quantum system that's coming. That's letting you know not to worry. This is a Yeshua card. There's a new system coming. So just like the rest of us that are in this crazy rat race to get our finances, don't worry, because that just enhances that negative energy. You just one of those let go and let God. Say, I'm not going to worry about it. And when my bills come in every month, I throw them on the desk and say, Yeshua, you need to pay these because I ain't got nothing. And you know what? He manages to find a way every time. So stop worrying about it. Just let go, let God.
Yeah, and if you start playing ping pong with the gods, you're going to just make yourself nuts because they're helping you, and then you're taking it back as your own responsibility. You have to make a decision before you say, "Help me." You have to really say, I'm going to let it go," just like Jen said.
Right.
I'm just reiterating it.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I always tell people, when we say let go and let God, that's in full completion. When we lay it at the feet of our Creator, we don't run back and cherry pick. Well, you probably can't handle this, so I'll hold on to this trouble or this problem. And no, you lay it all down and say, I'm not going to worry about it. And last time I did it, Yeshua was like, it's about time. I've been asking you to do it, but we have to have faith that it'll be fixed. And I know that there's been a common theme with a lot of people recently about losing homes, losing health. They're losing their cars. They're losing their jobs. And maybe I'm a little strange, but I look at it like this. Maybe you're meant to.
Let go.
God tries to close doors to open new ones. And sometimes it's like he's saying, I don't want you in that house anymore. I want you to move somewhere. And we're just too stubborn and stuck in our ways. And I've been there. I've done it. And he's trying to solve your problems, but it sounds like the world is falling on top of you. And it's really not. He's just trying to create a new way.
May I add to that?
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when you've got that much stuff that you're going against, right? It's like people that put up shields, whatever they don't want, they tune out the world, but a lot of things. What's that old saying where somebody is in a flood and they're praying, God help me, and God's sending help, God's sending help.
Yeah.
And but they're not seeing it. They can't get it. They can't grasp it. So if you've got more stuff that's coming your way that you feel like somebody's slinging more shit at you, you have to really take a look. What am I not seeing?
Yeah.
Help me see this. Do some sort of, reversed viewing, if you will, on what is going on in your life right now. Journal about it.
Yeah.
I love journaling.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're drowning, accept the canoe. You don't have to wait on the yacht. It's okay. I mean, a lot of people cherry pick how their problem's going to be fixed, and I'm like, no, I'll take the canoe. I'll take the little rubber raft. The ring that they throw overboard of a ship, whatever. The logs floating by that could keep you above water. You don't have to wait on the big yacht. It's fine. Yeah. So,
That's me. That's me. We took a short trip up north and we had to get a hotel. My husband's like, "Well, what's wrong with the other one? It was $100 less." I'm like, yeah, but
yeah. Yeah.
you know. So all right, let's see who's next. Who is next on here? I hope you guys are doing okay. I can't wait to get to your comments down below. I'm going to save them for last so that I don't miss out on anything. Let's see here. I see one that I almost missed out on. And this is Alpaca. Reading, please. Do you guys have any questions? I love the questions, but I'm not seeing any.
I know a lot of my people are in here and they're probably just waiting for next week's humanitarian meeting. Like, Jen, where in the heck is this money coming? I know that's where everybody's mind is. Okay.
I see some of you are asking a second question. We're going to try to get through the first set. If there's time, we will get back to you.
Now, this is interesting. This is If Alpaca's 26. Is that the name of it?
Yeah.
I'm curious to know if you have been getting spiritual downloads. Someone's been giving you messages. Are you paying attention to them? This is beautiful. This is a reassurance of stability and balance needed in your life. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention to things you see, synchronicities in your life, like seeing repetitive numbers. If you don't know what they mean spiritually, look them up when you see them. Just patterns in your life. Someone's trying to speak with you from beyond the veil. Now, let's see. And this is a male energy child. Someone you've got a coach. Could be someone you've lost, could be someone in a past life. But someone's coaching you that it's going to be okay.
We have got a couple of new people in here. I want to say welcome to anyone that's watching this. You could be on Rumble channel or YouTube. And also to Jen, where could they find you?
Right now, just the monthly updates with Zodiac spreads on YouTube. At New Beginnings here, you can find me over there. All my past videos are still up there. Just like me and my mouth, and that's okay. I do private readings, so you can email me at newbeginnings@gmail, and information's on the YouTube channel. You can set up private readings. I do those every day. My schedule's booked up, actually all the way up until the end of the month. Don't worry, Janine. I squeezed out a little time. So you want to do this again later in the month, we can. So,
You guys are in for a treat. Thank you so much. She made the announcement. I was going to talk to her about it later because I know she's a busy woman. She's got grandkids going back to school and she's got so many things. But we're going to try to do this again at the end of the month for you guys. Don't forget also to just send a little something to buy me a coffee. Make sure you put Jen Ryder's name in it so I can forward it over to her. Jen, I never asked this if you even have something like this where people can send you money. If not, we'll just get this ball rolling for you. I've done it for other co-hosts, and I'll be glad to do it for you also.
Yeah, I actually have a buy me a coffee. It's just that / Jen Ryder.
There you go.
Yeah, it's there.
All right, we'll see what comes of this. So yeah, buy a coffee from Jen Ryder, and let's see what I want to get rid of this. Let's see here. Get rid of this QR code. Okay. There we go. Go back to the chat. All right. And so, where do we leave off on? Pick me up. Did we get? Good morning, ladies. Did we get Shelley Winfrey? Oh
Mm,
yes, we did. That was the one. She had the dream. All
yeah.
right. So let me jump back down. This thing jumped back up on me here, and I pin him off. Um. Okay, I got all those. Let's see here. I want to get to a couple of the new people out there to get a taste of your readings, and then they could follow you over on New Beginnings Tarot. If you guys didn't hear that, you were kind of rubber banding at that time.
Yeah.
Um,
They don't like me.
all right, let's see who else. Okay, you just did alpaca, right?
Yep.
So I have spiritual quest. I don't know. They didn't say reading, please. Um, we're back to shabby. Now this is a really interesting question. If you want to do shabby, I'm going to give you a couple more minutes. You guys want to get in at the end here? Please let us know how Jen is doing. Shabby is asking, was my late husband a soulmate, karma, or a life lesson?
Hmm.
Oh, I see. Angie was right after that. Shabby, you got in there.
This is a life lesson. You have to come into your own. So this is entrapment. Learn how to defend yourself, stand up for yourself. And actually, it's more about knowing your self-worth, knowing that God is within you. And it kind of changed your personality to where you almost wanted to become a hermit. Um, but it doesn't matter at what stage in your life that you wake up and realize something was off. You have to learn that. Some people learn it as a kid, and some people don't learn it until way later in life, and that's okay. It's a gift, and you chose it. You chose it, and that's hard for people to accept when we've lived some pretty harsh lives with narcissistic people, controlling or abusive people. No one can understand why would I choose that life, because it toughens the soul. God doesn't choose weak warriors. He wants the tough ones. And it's to learn self-value. What is your worth? So just take away from that that's how important you are. All right. Don't ever let any other person devalue you. Know who you are. I always love to reference Mufasa. Remember who you are. You know, God is
There you
within
go.
you.
And if you don't think that you're strong, you're not seeing yourself, because I truly do believe that each one of us have a special gift and strength within us.
Yeah.
We use it differently from how other humans use it, but I'm sure that if you look close enough, you would be able to know what your gifts are. A lot of people always ask, what is my gifts? What's my purpose for being here? Why am I here? My
Mhm.
goodness, those are big questions and they can't be answered here today. But if you journal about it, you'll get your answer.
Yeah.
All right, Angie, A.
Miss Angie. Yep. I know Angie.
Okay,
All right.
spiritual question says Shabby. That was an interesting question. It really is.
Miss Angie, you have a warning in here, love. All right. So someone is going to come across lovey-dovey to you, but beware, they could be lying to you. Okay. And I get this may be someone at work or in the community, not necessarily under your roof. So be aware of people that are trying to take advantage. Strong male energy. I don't know if this is someone from your past, but usually, and it's about memories. If they have shown you who they are before, believe them the first time. So if you're trying to give someone a second chance, sometimes it may not be a good idea. But It also lets you know that you're going to have financial stability soon. So that's encouraging.
There you go. Let us know how you're doing, and if you want to thank her, please go to her Buy Me a Coffee. All right, Jen Ryder is the name of Buy Me a Coffee. All right, so Dragon Wings has one. It says my brain has been randomly switching channels lately. We've got a time for a couple more,
Hmm.
and let's see here. Is that a question? My brain has been randomly switching channels lately. Not sure if that's a question. A
Well, you
statement.
know, yeah, mine just fries the TV, period. Um, look, you have to look at it like this: it's either a survival mode because you don't like what you're seeing, experiencing, or feeling, or it can be a lesson to get you to pay attention to something. Like stop watching the garbage and pay attention over here. You kind of have to decide that for yourself. What are you being led? So if you keep switching channels, so to speak, it's to get you to tune in and control your own energy field. So watch what you're absorbing around you, because divine spirit may be saying you don't need to watch that, or let's go focus on something positive. So try to take that as a sign. I know we don't know what timeline we're in. We're bouncing all over the place.
Well, put it this way: if you're not getting the answers to anything, you're wasting your time, right?
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you're sitting down in front of a tablet or any electronics, that's the whole reason why everybody's telling everyone to get outside, right? You get more connected to a lot of things.
yeah.
So if you get more answers, I think, from the birds and the bees.
Exactly, exactly. Or the grass and the trees. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just nature in general, just absorbing their energy and let them absorb yours. And just in there, look at a cloud. Of course, most of us sit there and go, "Are you a ship?" That's just where our brain
I know.
goes. Yeah, yeah.
Ah. All right, we have got voiceless pilot says hello, first time here. I'm here. Nothing bad, but nothing bad things happening to me, and I'm a Sagittarius, and I'm wondering if anything good is coming my way. Well, first of
Always,
all, good thing is your hair.
always. Not just coming. It's here. You're the good thing. Let's see. Uh oh. This is a strong male energy. This is a something new. This is a marriage card, new stuff. So new marriage, new baby, new house, new car, all the new stuff. So is something good coming? Yes. As long as you don't block it, don't fear it. It could go either way. You're manifesting this yourself. Actually, you're an expert at this. If you sit and focus and think and manifest for your own benefit, it happens. There's nothing negative in this reading whatsoever. You are coming to a completed cycle in your life to start a new one. So that just means if you're going through a phase, it's wrapping up and you're about to start a new one. And it involves something new. So if you thought about moving, buying a car, the energies are there for you to do it. And we're not in Mercury retrograde right now. Thank you, Lord. So if you're wanting to do that soon, I would do it.
How's your timing? I need to also ask her because when you start
I'm
reading
okay.
energy,
Yep.
we've got three new people in here, and and I'll go through and read these here quickly so we don't have time to do a second question round for anybody here. But guess what? Jen is coming back
I
at the
am.
end of the month. We'll pick a date, and you guys subscribe,
Yep.
share, and like. I hope you're enjoying all this information. She is a wonderful soul, and she will get the information for you as you need it. You could also contact her and get a full reading,
Mhm.
um, and just go to New Beginnings Tarot, and she or Tarot, however you want to say it, and she will schedule you in. So please do that. All right. So the next one I actually have here is Vanessa. I think it's Vanessa. Did you read this one already? Could I get a message from my mom, please? Do you do these type of readings?
Yes. I get them at random and I don't know who they are, and I have to describe the person, and somebody will say, "Oh, I know that person. That's for me." They just come in at random.
While she's shuffling the cards and getting into her spiritual alignment, I have Alexander is from Aruba and says hello. And let's see who else we have out there. He wants a reading, so that'll be two of them.
This is about standing up for yourself, Vanessa, to get your happily ever after. You have to
Oh,
guard what is yours. Okay, we don't allow people to take it away. So mom's like, find your voice and stand up, because this is, but use your words carefully. Swords are about communication. So make sure you don't have a sharp tongue that flies off the handle. Like, basically, don't be me. Okay. um, you, pick your battles is basically what mom's saying. Why are you arguing with that person? Just leave it alone. Your energy is precious. And she's just like, focus on the good stuff. Why do you keep arguing and picking fights with these people? It's just about choose your energy, choose your words. Okay.
yeah, there you go. The message from mom. They that's great that you were able to get that. Let's see what else we have out here. Alexander from Aruba wants to know about. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. About my career, about coming the next 8 weeks. It looks like so. We'll see in the future is what Alexander is asking.
This is something that's emotionally fulfilling, because I feel my heart filling up. Like, it puts a smile on your face. It's not just what we call a 9 to 5 job. A career is something you're passionate about. Yeah. So walking away from something in order to start that new beginning, it is coming, because this is your passion, and there's your new job. That's that card again. Um, you're being divinely led. So the hermit is the divine creator who shines the light on the path, but it's also a warning. Watch where you step. Make sure that you're communicating with the right people. It is coming. This is high passion. Wishes being granted, and there's your Ace of Swords. Your words, you've put it into fruition. That is a beautiful thing. So this isn't just about getting a paycheck. This is a passionate thing.
Okay. I'm going to try to find the link here, so bear with me on your channel. People are asking for it,
Okay.
so 1 second. And I think some of the glitching might be on my end because I went with a very cheap package today. I think I've got it. Let me close that one out. But I hope it accepts it because there you go. All right, let me close this one out. Oh, I am out on Rumble. Hey, there's no Rumble people out there. All right, we have got the link down below. Put that in there, subscribe to it, save it, wait for her to do her readings out there. But you're going to be able to talk to her directly on my channel here,
Yep.
or unless she wants to invite me onto her channel, and I could do the same thing. But
That's up to me on YouTube. So
oh, I know, I know. So, but in the meantime, you guys just, thank you for being here. Do appreciate it. So, sending you guys all so much blessing and health. You guys, please take care of your mind, body, and soul. Let's see what else we have out here. All right, so you just did Alexander, is that correct?
yes.
Sorry, I get distracted by reading through the comments down below. Oh, this is beautiful, shabby. So, you know what I used to do back on my channel back in the day is I would tell everybody that's in the chat to say, "Welcome to the newcomers. You are the welcome wagon."
Yeah.
And they will feel the love from each and every one of you. And that just came out of nowhere. And Jen knows that because she used to be with me back in
Yeah.
the day.
Yeah. That's where a
It's,
lot of us met. Yeah.
yeah,
Absolutely.
it's the truth. We had, I hate to say this, but I had fun. We had fun
Yeah.
finding out shit.
Yeah. And that was years ago when we were all really like we were so excited. Well, even back then we were, learning every day. But that's how we got to know each other. And then we just started branching off and creating. A lot of people created their own channels, and it just blossomed into a great big family.
Yeah, everybody got a little siloed in groups and
Yep.
cliques and stuff like that. So we're
Yep.
coming back around full circle with you guys, and I just love the energy of Jen, and I know you guys do too. So I want to read a comment here from Alexander. It says she is on point. Yes, I am passionate about it. It's been manifesting for years. Thank you so very, very much. You're welcome, Alexander, and you know this is good stuff. All right, so I've got one more. It's the baby is out there. How are you on time? We're at an
I'm
hour.
okay. I'm okay.
Okay. Okay. Um, let's see here. The next question. Let me pin this one here so I know where I left off. Zababy is basically asking, will the chemo help me be able to get off of the oxygen? Yes, YouTube is being very glitchy. Everybody is in the comments saying this while she's focusing on the question. And if you also want to see me, I'm also on a Rumble, but I'm on a different channel. It's called Turn the Page, still on Rumble. I haven't synced these things all up because YouTube constantly takes me down and I have to find another name. So I'm
Yeah.
sticking with Turn the Page on Rumble.
Zababy, this is kind of a no. Um, there's an alternative here. This is give time. This is juggling it with decisions. Your worrying and your thoughts have a lot to do with it, and I get it. When you're dealing with stuff like that, um, there's a million things going through your mind. This is starting something different, something new. Someone will offer something to you. That chemo's not what will get you off the oxygen. It's something else. So I don't know if you've talked to anyone about alternative healing, but this is saying walk away from you. The baby knows me. That's my fuck off card. Like, I'm out. So this is learning about new techniques to get off the oxygen instead of relying on the chemo. This is a hard no. I don't know what they've told you. Um, will you be healed? Yes, but you have to be your own advocate and communicate with others and figure out what those alternatives are. Okay, love. You know I'm still praying for you. I love you.
Okay. Sorry about that. I hate to say this to you guys, but we're going to cut this short. My husband is watching the puppy and is getting all scratched up.
Oh no, our hubby's getting beat up by the puppy.
And he's bleeding. And so we're probably going to take him to get the nails done today. Take her. All right, let's see what we have here. This has been a great, great time to be with you, Jen. And, I'm so glad we'll figure out a date and a time coming up, you guys. Like I said, um, let's see here. I think Terry had a question, but someone else is asking how do you put a link in there? Only I can put the links in.
Yeah,
I just did that because a lot of people have always tried to do their advertising in the chat here, so I blocked that.
yeah.
But I did find the chat. Jen's link is in there for her YouTube channel. And let's see what else we have out here. Baby says, thank you, Jen. Jen, do you have anything in closing that you want to add for everyone?
It kind of sounds like a broken record, but it's always about your thought process and your vibrational focus. And if, once again, if we're always doom scrolling and it's always doom and please turn it off. And if you find yourself getting upset and it's triggering you, even more so, the divine spirit is just screaming at you, please turn that off and do something constructive. Listen to it. It's important for your mental health, your spiritual health, and all of the above. And if those things aren't in alignment, it takes effect on your physical body. Okay.
Yeah.
Good things are coming and we're manifesting them.
Yeah, definitely. And all the signs for all this is I'm bored. There's nothing to do. It's just like a 2-year-old. Your 2-year-old is talking to you. You know, there's a lot of things to do, and we can get so much joy out of just going for a nature walk.
Yeah.
And you'd be surprised at what comes of that and the messages that you will get. And just opening up your creativity also too. The one thing I did notice, Jen, is that nobody asked you to read their aura, and she can do that. So come back
Yeah.
next the end of the month. She can
Yeah.
read that also.
Yeah.
So yeah, so let's see here. I think that's everything. I appreciate you so much. It was so
Yeah.
much fun to have you. And if you were looking for a full reading, reach out to Jen
Yeah.
because we talked about short clips and she's giving you these short clips, but there's always a much bigger story behind all this. And she can help you work through any problem that you might be having.
Absolutely.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. I love you guys. It was good to see you. And Janine, we'll get together and we'll pick a date for next time. And I'll leave you with this. Spend time with your divine creator and be that 2-year-old who goes, but why? But why? But why? Believe me, all my grandbabies do it to me, and I do it to my heavenly Father all the time. But why? Why is this happening? And I'm sure he's doing this. Child, just sit down, please. Yeah, but stay positive, stay focused, and just be in love energy. All right.
And that's a key right there too. We come in as this soul into these tiny little bodies, then we start to grow. Our soul starts to grow within the body, and then we start asking the questions. And then you send them off to kindergarten, and they get shot down for asking
Exactly.
questions. So
Yeah.
keep asking those questions. Ask yourself the questions, and wait for the answers. Take
Yeah.
care, everyone. Love to all of you. Bye now.